Hi guys, how you doing? How's life at home? I'm gonna do a quick live now. We may be interrupted by the cat or the child or the dog or someone knocking at the door. So I'm just gonna go over the function of the skin and why it's really important that we look after it, because I think we abuse it a little bit and we don't really care for it as much as it should. So I've made some notes, so sorry if my paper falls down or anything like that, because I'll forget because I'm rubbish. So the skin has quite a few functions. It protects us from UV radiation. It protects us from pathogens like bacteria and fungus. Regulates our temperature. It synthesises vitamin D, which we get from sunlight, which I'm sure quite a lot of us aren't getting at the moment. So get your vitamin D. It's got sensory function, so touch. It prevents fluid loss, and it has an immune function as well. And also it absorbs things, so if we put things that are toxic or even non-toxic on our skin, it can absorb things with the right size sort of molecules. How does it do this? Well, you've got the layers of the skin, so you've got the epidermis, you've got the dermis and the hypodermis. You also have things like sebaceous glands, hair follicles and sweat glands. Hi Susie, how are you doing? So the epidermis has 90% keratinocytes, and they're the tough layer of skin that you see. They protect us from outside stuff, and they slough off every sort of 4 weeks. We've got melanocytes, which produce like the melanin, freckles. We all have the same amount of these, but some of them, some of us have darker skin, some of us have lighter skin, and they protect us from UV radiation. You've got the Merkel cells, which work as touch receptors. They have touch receptors in there, and Langerhans cells that sort of present stuff to the immune system. So if we come across anything like a pathogen, the immune system, there's my paper falling down, I told you it'd fall down. It presents it to the immune system so that it can send stuff there to deal with it. And then you've got the dermis, which has blood vessels, and the blood vessels carry the blood, which carries oxygen and nutrients to the skin. It also has connective tissues and collagen in it, the collagen that everybody loves. The hypodermis, it acts as a cushion. It's also got sensory parts to it. It's an insulator with the fat and blood vessels, and it connects to the underlying structures. Sorry, my paper's fallen down. So I'm just going to pick it back up again so I can see what I'm doing. The sebaceous glands, these produce sebum, which is oil. It creates sort of like a waterproof barrier. It helps with pH balance. So when bacteria and fungus are on our skin, it kind of deals with it, keeps everything regulated, and they can become enlarged through hormones. So, teenagers getting acne, the sebaceous glands can become enlarged, and you can see them pimpling and greasy skin. Then you've got the hair follicles, the hair, which helps stop pathogens getting into our body. So, we have hair up our nose, and also regulates temperature. And the sweat gland are good for cooling, and they react to things like adrenaline, and they're involuntary as well. So basically, the skin does so much, and we need to look after it. They have epidermal growth factors. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. Susie, help me out here. The epidermal growth factors in our skin sort of regulate the skin growth, and in professional skincare they actually have added epidermal growth factors so that it improves the skin function, so it penetrates down into the skin and helps your skin sort of reproduce, creating that nice, smooth, well-textured skin. And things like peels and microneedling causes damage to the skin, and what this does is it increases the lipids and the keratinocytes, and it creates that appearance of lovely smooth skin. It also improves the communication between the skin cells, so it continues to work afterwards. So that is it. Susie, Mark, have you got anything to say about that? It's a bit dry, I know, but I'm getting to a point. I need to keep myself busy. I'm studying every day, and I just wanted to do a little series on skincare. Well, we haven't got much else to do. No? Okay, right, so that's my little live for today. I'll probably see you tomorrow or the day after. I'll probably talk about sun aging and skin aging the next time. But look after yourselves, keep safe, stay indoors, and don't do anything I wouldn't.